Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. It's clear now, July 1st, 2018. Blue skies I see out there as the daylight arrives. Wanted to start 11 minutes ago, didn't make it. Oh well, sorry about that. We have Clan MacGregor, introduced in 1936, currently a William Grant brand for decades, really, over 50 years. It's an inexpensive product. It's on closeout at Walmart. I guess they're getting rid of it. Winn-Dixie still has it, Mathern's, but they're selling it at Walmart for $7 a bottle right now. $7 a bottle. I didn't need any more whiskey, so I didn't buy it. But anybody that's looking to stock up, boy, they got a big sale right now at Walmart. All kind of stuff closed out. I said, golly, wish I had started collecting this day. Now we're going up against Scoresby, introduced in 1960. Who put it out at first? Don't know. It's Diageo today. You can tell it's got that cabin fever Diageo bottle that they tend to use. Don't know how you describe it. So it's been on the market 58 years. The other one, 82 years. Make sure I got it right. Yeah, Scoresby did it wrong once. This one is going to be tough. Now, Scoresby is expensive here. Now, when I went to Georgia last month, I noticed that the Scoresby was low priced. Like, I don't know, $10 a bottle, maybe less. Here it's, this bottle here was $15.50, I guess, something like that. So twice the price of Clan. Well, the normal Clan MacGregor price is about $10 a bottle. Walmart's got this unusually low price. So about 50% more expensive. The 1.75 milliliters are $34. Yeah, true. Whereas for Clan MacGregor, they're $15.99. But I think it's going to be a little tough. They're going to be light. They're going to have that underlying corn whiskey taste, grain whiskey, whatever you want to call it, column still grain whiskey taste. Filler. And then there'll be a perimeter of smokiness, peatiness, a little waxiness, and that kind of thing. But it's not going to be like a single malt scotch, obviously. First of all, we'll notice that the Scoresby is much lighter. This is pale straw, and this one is gold. I'm going to take a little sip of this because they're not the same level. Even that little bit of level, that little difference in amount, I can feel it. Maybe I'm sensitive to those things. Somebody told me you can pick up things in your tasting that other people don't because of your genetics. He said it's genes. You see, this guy, a commentator. I haven't answered comments in a day. I'm going to catch up today. I was running around New Orleans yesterday, most of the day. New Orleans, Jefferson Parish. So I never had a chance to do much of anything, but that's okay. So he said you pick up things because you're a genetic disposition to have a sensitive taste buds. And that could be true. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. It sounds plausible. My father can smell things nobody else can smell. He's like a cat or a dog. He So you smell that? No, he should be a, you know, he could be work for a coffee company. All right. All right. I can't glance at it because I will be able to tell by looking. I got to be very careful. I think on aroma, since the appearance was one darker than the other, Clan MacGregor over Scoresby, I think Clan MacGregor is going to have a stronger aroma and flavor. And it'd be more grain oriented, like corn whiskey over the other. But it'll be subtle. It won't be profound. Jean-Pierre, hey, Jay, would you do a Dawnbusters of red wine? Well, you mean a blind taste test? I don't think I could do that because then I would have to have 2 bottles open, and I'd rather only drink 1 bottle of wine at a time. Secondly, I don't think I have enough experience drinking wine in a comparison exercise. Now I would do an early hangout review of a wine. Like if you were available early and you say, let's review Carlo Rossi or Livingston Cellars White Zinfandel or something like that. Or Carlo Rossi Burgundy or whatever we had. Yeah, I would do that. But the taste challenge, I don't think that would be practical or worthwhile due to my lack of ability in that area. True, he said true. Yeah, I don't want to open 2 wines. You know, the liquor's fine, it'll last, but the wines, you want to drink them down, they'll start to deteriorate, you know. Okay, here we go. Got 13 minutes, I can make it. Okay, gotta stop for the news. Is there peatiness and smokiness and earthiness? Yeah, a little, but honestly, what you're really picking up here is just grain. And when we say grain, we talking about corn, maize, really, because that's what they're using. In Asia, they're using rice. We could pick that up. That Suntory Tokai, it's rice. I mean, that's their filler. This is corn, maize. It's cheap. They use it in Canada. It's cheap. They use it in the United States. It's cheap. It's subsidized. Imagine that the government's subsidizing a grain. They subsidize milk. That's another topic. I don't want to get into serving the special interests. Okay. Instead of the general welfare. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. This one is smokier. It's peatier. But it's not profoundly either of those things. What I'm really picking up over here is just straight up corn distillate. You can cut it different ways. You can age it different ways. You can spin it different ways, but it's all the same thing the way I'm looking at it. In my booklet, it's the same thing. The Scottish and Irish grain whiskey, Canadian grain whiskey, the United States grain neutral spirits. Just get on the different countries' government website and read what they're saying about it. I know in Canada it has to be aged 3 years. That's fine. In the United States, the corn distillate does not have to be aged. It has to be stored in wooden vessels. Now, if you're storing it and you're not immediately using it, then what's happening to it? Right, it's aging. Might age 2 days, might age 2 years. I don't know, but it is aging, correct? Anyway, it's the same purpose, filler. Bulk. It provides bulk. And why is it done? Well, it's cheap and it makes the stuff cheaper. And secondly, the people in Scotland preferred the blended Scotch back in the 1800s because it smoothed it out. The heavy smokiness and peatiness and gaminess and all that, they didn't like it. Scotch was not really popular until the blended came along. So see, it's a personal preference thing. Now, I haven't had the really good ones except the Buchanan's. So, and you can see Buchanan's is way better than these. Well, I'm saying that I haven't done a blind taste test with Scoresby and Buchanan 12 year, but I'm figuring, you know, 3-year age. Scoresby's age 3 years. Clan MacGregor's age 3 years. I mean, we're putting them up against something aged 12 years. I don't think it's going to be much of a contest. Sure, it certainly was not a contest with Clan MacGregor, and Buchanan wiped it out. Okay, so a little sweetness. You get that little hint of sweet. I always did say whiskey smells and tastes like candy to me. And I don't eat a lot of candy, so I couldn't become a whiskey alcoholic because I don't like all that candy. I prefer to be a hobbyist, you know, anyway. Now the flavor, light smokiness, a light body. Oh, you know, like a smoked pork type thing. More like straight alcohol corn distillate burn. Think of Albertson's blended whiskey, American blended whiskey. You say, well, I can't get that. Okay, all right, let's forget about Albertson's. It's just $4.99 here, so I can get it. In Baton Rouge, I can get it for $4.99. Let's think of one. Oh, okay, Ancient Age Preferred. Yeah, similar to that. Barton Premium. Okay, those are aged 4 years. Actually, they're actually older than this. They're at least 4 years old. But yeah, it's similar type concept. It's like standard, nondescript, just alcohol burn, baby burn. Okay. I think I prefer the rice-based, like that Tokai. Well, rice tends to be so light and pleasant, you see. Yeah, there's that residual smokiness. Yeah, I like the way it's lingering. Let it linger. All right. Yeah, a little bit of peat. A little bit. It just has that, like, it's, golly, if you've drank enough of these, you know what I'm talking about. Almost like that rubbing alcohol burn, but of course that's a different type of alcohol. But you could almost test this out. Like, you could buy a bottle of diesel. You could buy a bottle of diesel, which comes from Sazerac, or you could buy a bottle of the more well-known one, but they're the same product, Everclear, right? You could cut it with water down to 80 proof if you could figure out how to do that. Blend it really well, mingle it really well, mix it really well, whatever you want to call it. Get it really well mixed, and then drink it. Drink it. Yeah, that's the word. Drink it. And you say, that's where he's starting. That's his starting point. Right. That would be the starting point of what we're dealing with here. It's a versatile product. You know, these grain neutral spirits, these grain whiskeys, you can just make a lot of filler with it. Oh boy. And some will be better than others. Your Seagram 7 Crown is going to be better than most of the other ones because it's a little higher quality, you know. I'd love to know what straight whiskey they're using in that Seagram 7 Crown. Who knows? Is it George Dickel? Is it you know, one of those? Is it Bullet? Okay. This has got to be Scoresby because it's just got a better flavor. It's more authentic Scotch. I mean, they're both Scotch. It's more of what you think of. You know what I'm saying? It's more bready, more bread dough. It's more bread, meaning what? Barley type. This one's more like corn muffin, you know, corn. All right. Yeah, I think the Scoresby beats Clan MacGregor. Sorry, Clan MacGregor, but I don't owe you anything. I'm just doing these as a hangout and an exercise. I don't have pet brands. You say you're wearing a Budweiser t-shirt. I know it. I don't have a pet brand. I was given this t-shirt by a distributor. Therefore, I'm wearing it. If some other beer company gave me a shirt, I'd wear that. It wouldn't mean I have a pet brand. You know, any company, it doesn't matter to me. I've tried to say this many times. I have no horse in the race. Some people believe I do, that I have some kind of hidden agenda to promote certain brands. That is totally untrue. Now, we did a video yesterday where my friend David said, you and I are biased towards Pabst. See, I don't think that's really the right term to use, though. I don't think he and I are biased towards Pabst, like we would automatically pick it over other beers. I think what he meant was we were favorable towards it. And I would admit that. I would admit I'm favorable towards Pabst Blue Ribbon, but I'm not biased towards it. If something else beats it, well, then too bad for Pabst. I don't work for Pabst. I don't owe them anything. Yeah, they sent me some stuff one time, years before I started doing video reviews. I just wrote them an email, said, I like your beer. And then they sent me all this stuff. Okay. I didn't ask for it. All right. So this is the winner, and it's got to be Scoresby. And it is. Hey, well, you know, you say, well, that's a big macro company, Diageo. I know, they make good products. To me, they make good products. I like Guinness. I like Scoresby. They make Buchanan's. It's good. Well, they just went around buying up a bunch of people. That's right. They buy up money makers, and then they can make more money. Okay. Clan MacGregor. I mean, golly gee, if you can go to Walmart and get a bottle for $7, you're doing okay. But I wouldn't get too excited about it. Wouldn't get too excited about it. You say, well, that's Scotch. Barton Premium is American blended whiskey. Canadian Leaf, that's Canadian blended whiskey. Yeah, I know. Well, they're kind of like the same. I mean, think about it. If you think about it while you're drinking on it, I always said, don't just drink on it, think on it. If you think on it while you drink on it, you're going to notice some things that they have a lot of commonality. They have a commonality. We were drinking craft beer and macro beer yesterday. And I said, even though they're not the same level, one is, you know, $8 a bottle, and the other one is a can of, Pabst Blue Ribbon. But there's still a commonality across those. They all taste like beer, and there's that underlying commonality. And I think people could say, oh, no. I'm saying yes, yes, yes. Valentin George says hello. Well, hello to you, but now I have to say goodbye, unfortunately, because the news is coming on here now. But Clan MacGregor, you can't make it. You can't make it against Scoresby. But Clan MacGregor did well against some other ones. It was much better than 100 Pipers, which seemed pretty low grade. How that's the most popular whiskey in India, I'd love to know, or in Thailand, I'd love to know that. One of the top 7 in the world, probably number 7. But Scoresby, yeah. Better. All right, thanks. And then we're going to go up against Drumcastle next, Irish whiskey. But I don't think we're looking at too big of a difference, honestly. It's going to have that same grain base. You take care. You take care, as Stuart Pickard would say. You take care.